Welcome to another episode of Regional Italian Cuisine. Of course, my name is Caterina Borsato, and on this program we're going to be meeting one of the young guns that have come in from overseas, a Lombard gentleman by the name of Nicolo who is, he may be only 22 years of age, but he's had enormous experience, as they often do in Italy, that they start out at a very young age. His family actually hails from the Puglia region, and I guess he's taken some of the great recipes that he's learned alongside his family. But of course, living, being born and working in Lombardia, it's a totally different, I guess, scenery, landscape, and of course, approach to food. Whereby in the south, they love to deal with olive oil. In the north, it's butter. But he's taken a bit of the best. The great thing about being in a business as long as I have the wonderful opportunity of meeting these terrific chefs. And we're going to just see some of the new and modern takes that he has on some very classical recipes. So let's go meet Nicolo. Welcome, Nicolo, to the show. I'm really excited to have you here.
Thank you, Caterina.
Of course, the great thing about Nicolo now, your family comes from Puglia region, which is in the south of Italy.
Yeah, right.
But you were born in Lombardia, just outside of Milano.
Yes.
What's the name of your town?
Pogliano Milanese.
Pogliano Milanese.
It's a really small town.
Small town.
Yeah, really.
But you started cooking in kitchens at the age of 14.
Yeah.
And then literally, you've had a very hard apprenticeship. How long does an apprenticeship last for in Italy? 6, 7 years?
Yeah, 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, 5 years.
You went to the Scuola Alberghiera, no?
Alberghiero, yeah.
Yes, okay. So it's basically not like an apprenticeship, but it's more extensive in Italy. And then one of your first jobs, you worked at the Savini in Milano, correct?
Yeah, it's correct. The first real job.
First real job.
Yeah.
And of course, from there, you worked at the Park Hyatt.
Yeah, before.
And that was there. And now you are here in Australia because you were planning to do an internship in San Sebastian in Spain. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's correct.
So,
I hope for the next year.
Yeah, which is a great thing. That means he's here in Australia earning money, because when he does his internship, he will not be earning money. He'll be working alongside some of the masters. So that shows you the dedication to his craft. Now, let me ask you something. On the first recipe you're going to be showcasing tonight, you're going to be featuring the Caprese.
Yeah, right.
Now, for our people at home, the Caprese, of course, is what you would know, an old-fashioned style recipe that comes from the island of Capri. And basically, it is buffalo mozzarella, tomato, basil leaves, olive oil. And of course, the Italians never use this as a side, but rather as a first course. But of course, Nicolo has given it a real twist. He's going to be totally funking it up. Now, tell me what we're going to be using. Bufala?
Yeah.
And what are we going to do with the bufala? Buffalo cheese?
Yeah, buffalo cheese.
You're going to put it in a
mixer with her water.
Water?
Yeah, mix it, salt and pepper.
Yes,
just a little bit.
So he's got this beautiful cheese and he's going to frullarlo, as in give it a nice beating. And then we've got the tomatoes, but instead of the tomatoes just being sliced, what are you doing with the tomatoes?
We say tomato confit.
Confit? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we cut without the heart, without the seed, without the peel.
So it's just really the tomato petals. It's like the pulpa, yes?
Yeah, like petals. And we put in the oven with oil, sugar, salt, thyme, garlic, what you want.
Okay, that's the flavouring.
Yeah, in a low temperature for a few hours.
How long? What's the low temperature?
It's like 55 to 70.
55 to 70 degrees. So that is a really, really slow oven, because what you're wanting to attain is a concentration of flavours, but very, very slow.
Yeah.
So you're nearly drying out the tomatoes, but not really.
No, not really. Yeah.
Okay, so how long do we leave them in the oven for?
Yeah, if you put at 70.
Yes.
Like 3 hours is enough.
3 hours.
More.
The more you decrease the temperature, the longer you're going to stay. So if you're going to leave it at 55 degrees, you're going to leave it for 5 hours. Yes?
Yeah,
so
correct.
Love these Italians. They've got their tongue around the English language. All right. And then what are you going to do with the basil?
The basil, we make a granita.
A granita.
Yeah.
Ooh. So how do you do that?
We make a syrup with water and sugar.
Water and sugar.
And we're boiling the petals of basil.
Yes.
Yeah, just the petals.
Basil leaves.
And basil leaves.
Yes, yes.
And we mix together.
Yes.
And put in a freezer.
All right, so you're going to get an icy version. Does it all break down?
Yeah. When it's done, break
Yeah.
for a few times.
Yeah. So basically, this wonderful take on caprese, it is layered in a glass. So as opposed to being on a plate, layered in a glass, and you're going to get the creaminess of the bufala. We're going to get the beautiful concentrated flavours of the sweetness and depth of the tomato, and then we're going to get the lifted aroma of basil in the form of a granita. Now this is a real dinner party entree. You can prepare it ahead of time. La la, you will be the master of your cuisine. Yes.